Welcome to tonight's live stream. I am pretty excited about this stream. It was basically inspired by a previous live stream that I did. Previously, I tried a lot of my favorite cask strength whiskeys, but this time I am trying them blind. So it's going to be pretty crazy, but I'm really excited to find the results of what's actually my favorite. So, what's up, everybody? Everybody, wow, I'm not drunk yet, I promise. What's up, Monica, Joseph, Brandon? Let me know if you guys can't hear me or if there's any audio issues or video issues. Just want to establish that up front. Yeah, so good to see all of you. Thank you again. Thanks again, Monica and Joseph, for stopping in. Of course, Brandon, you're always here, but um, so yeah, I'm just sipping on some Wild Turkey 101. I wanted to start with thanks for the confirmation, Monica and Brandon. I think I turned it on low latency, so I think I'm going to be able to interact with you a lot quicker. Normally there's like a better quality, but like there's longer delay, so I turned that off. So hopefully it's a little more direct this time. So I just love interacting like real time with you guys. So cool. So the reason I'm drinking Wild Turkey 101 to start with is because I wanted to pick something that wasn't one of the distilleries that I'm trying tonight. Just because I didn't want to fool myself and be like, oh, I recognize that flavor profile from the earlier whiskey. So that's why I'm starting with 101. It's just a good solid baseline. You know, it's high proof enough that I'm not going to jump right into the deep end with these cask strength ones, which I'm about to go over which ones it could be. Yeah, I went a while without bourbon last week, and I was in Las Vegas, which I mean I had some. Sometimes I would ask for like pours of bourbon neat when I was like on the like casino floor, but ended up usually just getting rum and cokes. Sometimes I asked for like rum or like bourbon and coke, but sometimes it's just like really weird like ratio. I don't know. I don't usually get that at casinos, so I went all the time without any bourbon. So good to be back in my territory in my collection. So what better way than to find out my actual favorites? So um, you're drinking your 101 tonight, Old Forester Signature. I haven't actually had any of the um, my steal of a price from 101. Yeah, I can get Wild Turkey 101 for $13. So yeah, probably the best thing. I'm glad it's underrated because I think that's why it is $13, or else it would be 18. Which I mean I do see 18 most places. It's just there's one store that has it for 13. So yeah. So that was really loud. Sorry. I'm just like watching my audio meter here. So sorry if that audio levels are weird right now. But yeah. So let's look at what our options are for what could become my new favorite bourbon, my new favorite cask strength bourbon. So let's go ahead. First of all, I'm gonna test this button to see if it works. Nope, it didn't work. Oh no, it did. Okay, cool. I reset that up again to do like a little message every now and then, but you guys don't need that. You guys are all here. So anyways, so my options for tonight are. Hey Steven, what's up? Just in time. I'm about to go over what my options are for this blind tasting. So option number one, of course, Booker's, because who doesn't love a good Booker's? This is the 2018-04 batch, which is the kitchen table. It's been one of my favorites so far. I figured I was going to bring out the best Booker's I had for this competition, really. Just because I didn't want to pull out like a mediocre Booker's and like not get a true impression of it being my favorite. So there's Booker's. I think that's going to be a really high contender tonight. And then, of course, many of you know and love this, especially Monica. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. This is the C918, which has been my favorite one so far. I have tried the B519. It's also really good, but I wanted to bring out my favorite. Again, I'm trying to find my favorite bourbon, so I had to bring this one out. This one, of course, is a 12-year-old age-stated one. It's 131.4 proof, so it's really high proof, from Heaven Hill. The proof of the Booker's is 64%, so 128 proof, so a little bit lower, but pretty similar. And this is, of course, is from Jim Beam. B517. Oh, nice, Steven. I wasn't in bourbon at that time, so I haven't seen those, but I think the earliest one I had was the A118, and it wasn't my favorite, so I think those are going to be pretty high contenders. But I also brought out one that I've had in my collection a while, but I actually just don't pull it out often. I don't know why, but that is Stag Junior. So this is about the same price. Pretty funny when that's a low proof, I know. So this one is I can get this for $50 when it shows up. Of course, some stores sell it more than that. Of course, they keep it a lot longer. So this is from Buffalo Trace. It's the same mash bill as their George T. Stag. Of course, it's a lot younger. Maybe not a lot younger, but it's... it says this whiskey ages for nearly a decade, so about 10 years. I'm trying to find I'm looking at the back of it, that's why I can't see. The proof of this one is 63.95, so it's 127.9 proof. So that is about the same. These are actually all pretty much in the same range. There's one, the next one's a little lower, but this isn't batch 5, this is batch 11. I still haven't actually, Joseph, that batch 5 that you sent me, I haven't opened. I'm planning to do a video, either a video or a live stream where I compare it directly with this one. Because I'm really excited to compare them directly, because I really did like this batch 11. And I'm also looking out for batch 12, which just came out. So I would love to do a flight of like all three of them side by side. I think that'd be really cool. But I really do love this batch 11. He sent Monica. He sent me one too. I just haven't opened it yet because I'm trying to save it till I do that episode. So, and then last but certainly not least, a new favorite of mine, which you guys have heard me talk about, Bellmead Cask Strength Reserve. This one surprised me at a whiskey tasting event, and I resisted buying a bottle of it until recently. And you can tell this is probably one of my most recently bought bottles, and you can see how much I drank of it. So. This has become a new favorite, and honestly, I think it can compete with any one of these other ones up here. But I'm going to find out that for sure tonight, and we're going to do them blind and find out which one I like the most. So I did have a question. Did you guys want me to... There's two ways I can do this. One, you guys can, like, not know what's what and just hear my notes along the way. Or I can show you the answers already, and you can know ahead of time. So... let me know what you prefer. Would you rather know ahead of time or not? The only thing about showing it now is, like, don't mention it in the chat because I don't want to see the answers. So let me know if you guys want to see it now or if you want to kind of be surprised by it like me. So either way, we can do it. Okay, Monica doesn't want to know. Then again, for those of you that don't want to know, you can always look away too. Like, I'm going to, like, hold up to the camera and I'm going to look away. So, and you can be surprised like me. So, okay, so Brendan says keep it a secret too. Okay. Cool, so 2 votes for that. I did want to ask, because I know there's 2 ways to do this. You can't believe that's the stag. Wait, what do you mean the stag? Oh, like... well, this isn't the one that you sent. This is just one of the other stag juniors. Oh, I see what you're doing, Joseph. Gotcha. I was confused. Okay, so in that case, I won't show the answers, but I did definitely want to let you guys know what the options are, so you'll be surprised with me. We'll do it that way. Of course, if you're watching the replay afterwards, I'm going to put it down in the description, so if you want to know, you can look down there and peek, but until now, I got it, Joseph. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? I was like, is my lag that bad? Cool. So I have them right here lined up. I would show you. I guess you can't really see, but... There, you can't see. There you go. I have them on my official Kentucky Bourbon Trail little stave looking thing there. So, hey Richie, what's up? Good to see you. So we're about to get started. So quick recap for people that are new. We're doing Booker's, Stag Junior, Bellmead Cask Strength, and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. All in a different order. I don't know the order of these. So let's start with the first one lined up here. Thankfully, my husband graciously poured these for me ahead of time. So I don't know what's in each glass, but I'm going to try to keep them in order so I don't mess it up. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Oh no, this is going to be confusing. This is going to be hard. Like I said, I previously did a stream where I did all of my favorites. Like I pulled up basically almost this whole lineup, a little bit different. I think I had a couple of different options in there, and I was like finding my favorite cask strength, but I wasn't trying them blind, so I really wasn't giving an honest opinion. So this time we're trying them blind. So this one already on the nose, I'm like, I have no idea what this is. I mean, I could take a guess, but I really don't want to. I mean, the point isn't to guess it. The point is to just find out which one I prefer. So let's go ahead and start with this one. On the nose, it's not as oaky as a lot of cask strength. Oh, that's actually, I need to take another sip. I've only taken one sip of my Wild Turkey 101, Monica. By the way, what are all of you drinking tonight? Yeah, so I poured the 101 just to kind of set my palate and have something completely different than these other distilleries. It's really good. So, I do like Wild Turkey. I thought about bringing out Rare Breed. The only reason I didn't was because it's kind of similar with Maker's Mark cask strength. sometimes I'm really in the mood for a Wild Turkey product, and sometimes I'm really in the mood for a Maker's product. However, I feel like those will always be certain moods. If I want to find a favorite cask strength whiskey, I think it's going to be one of these lineup, unless there's something I haven't had before. Oh, so these glasses. These are actually, apparently, according to Amazon, they are the official Kentucky Bourbon Trail glasses. I saw them because I was trying to pick up new glasses. I was looking at Glencairn's, but these were pretty affordable, and it came with this nice little wooden plaque, or like palette thing. I like them a lot, honestly. So I'm the type of guy where if I'm just drinking whiskey, I usually go to a rocks glass. Like if I'm not really trying to deep dive into it, I do have Tribeca glasses, which are very similar to Glencairn's, but these guys are kind of like a best of both worlds. So it kind of does have the lip here, so it is like pulling out those notes, or like the, I don't know, whatever, the vapors or whatever. I just really like it, and I think it's really nice to hold. It's like a heavy glass, so I like these glasses a lot. If you look them up on Amazon, just search Kentucky Bourbon Trail glasses, and you'll find them. They're really affordable. I think it was like between $20 and $30, and it came with this cool little display, so I like them a lot. So Richie is drinking Russell Reserve Single Barrel Store Pick. Always a good choice. My last live stream, I compared Russell's Reserve Regular and the Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, as well as their Single Barrel Rye. So if you missed that, you can go check it out on my channel. I really do like Russell's, so it is very similar to a brandy snifter, actually. I got inspired to get this because we went to a whiskey tasting event and they had a smaller version. I think it was technically like a beer tasting glass. I don't know, but it was a very similar shape, and I really liked that one, so I had to pick these up. So let's go ahead and taste this. On the nose, it's not as dark as I would expect a barrel proof to be, especially with these options up here. The only one that's lighter like that is like the Belle Meade. So I'm just a guess. I haven't tasted it yet, so let's go ahead and taste it. It's still really light. I do, it could be between, I think it's either between the Belle Meade or the Electric Egg personally, because I get a lot of these light, bright notes. Hey, Ian, what's up? I was like, you said Bourbon Buddies. There's a channel called Bourbon Buddies. I was like, oh, wait, where are they? I was like, hey, Ian, it's good to see you, man. And looking forward to meeting you eventually in October. So, yeah, by the way, since a lot of you are here, is anyone else going to the It's Bourbon Night meetup in October? I know Ian's going, and I know I'm going. But if anyone else is going, let me know, because I definitely would like to meet up. So yeah, definitely light on the nose. It doesn't really have that oaky depth that I do like a lot in a lot of barrel proofs, which I can get around that because there's other notes in this that I do really enjoy. But it's really sweet. It's probably one of the sweeter ones, at least comparative to what I've had before. Although it may not be as sweet compared, it may be just as sweet as these other ones. So it's hard to talk about the first one without comparing it. So I just think this is a good straight up one. I don't think it's overly complex. It has a really nice finish, but it doesn't have that oaky wood character that I love the most about bourbon. So, yes, let's go ahead and move on. I'll come back to that though. I just don't have enough to say about it because it's the first one. So let's move on to bourbon number 2. So this one, so the nose isn't as prevalent. It's not super, like up front on the nose. It does have a lot of that darker though, that dark oak. What is the Canna 12? I haven't heard of that. Okay. So you're talking about the different Russell's picks. I've tried a sample of Camp Nelson, but I've never actually like had a bottle of it. So I'm curious, but. Monica says, I don't think I can. It's Bourbon Fest here and training for my Department of Justice job in Maryland. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, okay. Monica, I'm sad that you won't be there, but I totally understand. I know you've been really busy lately, so we'll meet up eventually. Well, I'll see you eventually. So, yeah, on the nose, it does kind of have a lot more of like an alcohol note, which makes me think it might be higher proof. But it's really not that interesting on the nose. It's not very complex on the nose. So let's go ahead and taste it. Super oaky. It doesn't hit me like a Booker's, because Booker's I think of as like the most oaky. Booker's, I think, is like one of the most oaky cask strength whiskeys I have, especially because like Knob Creek is one of my favorites. So, but it doesn't hit me up front like Booker's typically does. Again, I'm trying to guess, but it does have oakiness. My guess is this one's Stag Junior, but I honestly don't. I don't know. Ian says, "Can we hang out on Friday and bourbon hunt?" Yeah, like I haven't figured out exactly. I'm gonna definitely do some other distillery tours too. So not sure of my plans yet, but we should definitely hang out. I definitely want to try to meet up with Perry and Swan and stuff too. So yeah, we'll definitely hang out. So I just don't know about like the whole day because I might schedule some things in advance, but I'm still figuring that out. So, but absolutely, we will hang out. Yes, I will be hanging with Ian. Ian Keefe is right, his man. Man, too soon. No, not at all. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate the humor. Have you tried any of those craft bourbon bottles? Craft like just craft distilleries in general, or like craft. I've heard of craft bourbon. I think that's like a brand, right? I know like barrel bourbon, but I feel like there's one called craft too. Or do you just mean just craft distilleries in general? Chad and Sarah will be married. I know, it'll be so weird seeing them. I mean, I've never met them before, so I'm just so excited to meet them. Like they really did inspire me to get into this passion for whiskey that I have. Barrel craft. Okay, I haven't yet. I've never had a chance to try barrel craft spirits. I see them everywhere. Everyone talks about Dovetail so much, so I think someone may be sending me a sample. I don't really remember, but yeah, I'd love to try it. I just haven't had the opportunity to have it. So let me go back to number 2 because this one's an interesting one. On the nose, I get the oak a little bit more now that I have tasted it. By the way, thank you guys for the likes. I see them popping up here, so thank you for liking this video. It does help. You kind of boost it up when people are looking for live streams. So get your movie quotes ready because Chad talks the same way as he does in videos. I'm bad with his references. Like honestly, I'm like Sarah. Like he makes a reference to something and I'm like, I don't know that one, so I'm just gonna like not laugh. So I'm gonna maybe I'll look over to her every time he makes like a reference. I'm gonna be like, did you get that? Because I didn't. Oh, you guys are awesome. I just saw like 2 more likes pop up. You know, that's coming back to that one after letting it sit a minute and take it in. That's really oaky, and it could be the Booker's, honestly. The only thing that I feel like it's missing, it has great oak depth and a really nice finish. It leaves like those, I guess, wood, I guess tannins or oils or whatever on your palate like after you swallow it. So I like it, but I feel like the things that were succeeding with the first one, like the brightness and the fruitiness and the light, sugary, desserty, cakey notes that I really got on the first one, this doesn't really have them. So it's like, it'd be a perfect bourbon would be a mix of these two. So, oh, what's up? Oh, okay. So I saw you. It was too early for you. Oh wow, 2:18 a.m. Where are you? You must be like in England, right? I know your username. I can't place the face. So I'm doing a blind flight of Booker's, Stag Juniors, Bell Mead, and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I'm going to pick out which one's my favorite because these are all my favorite ones. So I'm going to figure it out tonight. Sorry for the motorcycle outside. So UK. Okay, that's what I thought. I figured. So I know I follow you on Instagram and stuff too. So I just don't know the face. But so thank you for stopping in though. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to go to the third one now. I'm going to come back through. Now that I've gone through them all, because I was trying to give notes on the first one, but I'm like, I can't really compare it to anything. So I'm on number 3 now. Before I move on, or I am moving on. Oh wow, the nose on this one, you guys. Best nose of the night. It smells like a high proofer, but it has a lot of that oak that I loved about the last one. But it also has that caramel sweetness that I love about the first one. So, you know how I said, like, the perfect one would be a combo of those two on the nose? This one smells like it. It's so complex on the nose. And usually I'm not good at picking out, like, complex notes on the nose. Clifton, what is your drunk alter ego? Bed. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't really have one. Clifford, probably. I don't know. That's what everyone calls me anyway. So maybe it's Clifford. We'll see. Maybe you'll find out, Ian. Best nose of the night. Now I want to know what it is. I was wrong. Show us. No, Monica, we're almost through it. Okay, how about this? Once I get through all 4 of them. I'll show you guys, but I'm gonna go back through before I make a decision. So that way you'll have a hint, but you'll still have some surprise. So let's do that, Clayton. Maybe Clayton. I get that too. You don't get drunk, you get awesome. Very true. Very true, Brandon. You get overly. You attack my cat when you're drunk. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't attack it. You just play aggressively with my cat, which again he likes that. I literally like drag his feet across the floor, and he's like totally cool with it. So, but you're a cat guy, you know. So yeah, on the nose, this one's the best one for the night so far. Let's go ahead and taste it. Okay, we'll go with Clayton then. That's a good. That tastes like a Booker's. I'll just say it tastes like a Booker's. I don't know for sure. That tastes like a Booker's, and it's every bit as great as I've always thought. Okay, I'm not going to say that. You guys know I used to not like Booker's. I used to just think it was like a glorified Knob Creek. But after trying this, the 2018-04, I've grown to realize the appreciation for this. And I'm so excited for 2019-03, which is the Country Ham batch. So, if you drink like Monica, you'll be lit up. No, I'm going to try to pace myself. I've said this before in the streams. I have a problem when I go to whiskey tasting events and there's so many options. I always drink way too much, and I always regret it because one, I put myself in dangerous situations because I like have to ride the subway home, and I got lost one time because I got on the wrong train. 2, I don't remember the last few of the night, and it's just not a fun experience. So I think I've learned from my past experience, and I'm going to be very, very tame, but also a little drunk. I'll be pretty drunk. So we want to do more bourbon on our channel. Gotta just figure out which ones first. Any tips? Welcome. Well, I think all of the ones I'm doing tonight are great options, and if you haven't had them on your channel, definitely recommend them. I also recommend Wild Turkey 101. I feel like I'm doing a sponsored bit. I also recommend Wild Turkey 101. But this is one of my favorite daily drinkers. It's just really good. So that's what I started the night with. You're fine unless you have an allergic reaction with Logic Hug Barrel Proof. Yeah, so these guys in the chat right now will give you the best suggestions. They're the people I go to for all my whiskey advice. Monica, Joseph, Ian, Brandon, all of them. They're just really informed about the good stuff, so they're the best people to ask. So I think number 3, I'm not going to say it's my favorite so far, but we'll see. We'll go on to number 4. You wish you were sponsored by Wild Turkey. I know. God, that'd be amazing. Oh, Steven too. I missed your name earlier. My Southern came out a little bit. I don't know if you heard that, but oh no. On the nose, number 4. That's pretty good. I just like popped my jaw. Sorry. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Number 4 on the nose, it's very similar to number 3. It has the oaky, deep, dark notes that I love, but it also has that brighter candied caramel note that I love. I think I know. Honestly, I think I know the order of these just because there's certain notes on this that I'm getting. I'll tell you guys what I think the order is, and then I'll show you. But don't tell me if I'm right, okay? Monica is a bourbon goddess. I love that. That should be your nickname, Monica. You should just change it to bourbon goddess, like on all your Instagram and YouTube handles and stuff. Let's go ahead and taste this one, because this one smells really good too. Ooh, that one's hot. Wow. Whew. That's the only one that's taking me back. And it's weird because most of these are around the same proof. That one, though, it like numbed my tongue and it's tingling. That was good, though. That flavor there, that was really intense. It hit me up front with that high proof. But this has the longest finish of them all, hands down. And it's a good finish, too. It's not like it's just the oakiness or just the sweetness. It's like a brown sugar. I think brown sugar really is kind of the perfect descriptor between, like, say brown sugar, like molasses. Molasses, I think, is the perfect descriptor between candied caramel and dark oak. I think that's like the perfect middle ground. And the finish of this is totally molasses, brown sugar. A little bit of the oak, but not nearly as much as when it first hits you on the palate. So the third one hits you a lot more with the oak. So Joseph, you got to guess. Hold on, okay, wait, Ian, you suggested do different glasses and see how it tastes. That was actually Brandon's original. So wait, I forgot to mention this. This not only was sparked from my last video where I tried all of these not blind, but Brandon actually messaged me yesterday and he's like, "Hey, you should do a stream where you try bourbons blind." And part of his suggestion was to try them in different glasses. So I wanted this first one just to be trying them blind. And I really only have 2 or 3 different types of glasses, so I can't really do that yet. But I do want to pick up some New Orleans glasses after trying them from Brandon. They just seem really cool. So that'll be a future episode. So, yeah. So, but anyways, we got some guesses. So Joseph says Stag drinks hot. So there's a chance that's Stag. To me, honestly, I think the last one is my guess for the last one. Okay, I'll tell you my guesses so far. I'll go back through them and taste them again just to figure out which one's my favorite. My guesses are number 1 is Belle Meade, number 2 is Stag Junior, number 3 is Booker's, and number 4 is Elijah Craig. So I'm going to show you guys the answers right now. Please don't say anything in the chat to reveal the answers. I want it to be a surprise for me. So, but just note for yourself. If you don't want to see these, look away right now. I'm about to hold it up. And once I hold it up, let me know if you guys could read it. Because if you couldn't read it, I'll hold it up again. I just don't want to look when I do this. So there we go. Boo, boo, boo. Looking away, looking away, looking away. This is the top 4. I'll give you like 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Putting it away now. So, if you guys saw it, okay, you got it? Okay, I see myself over here. I'm like blocking off my screen. Okay. Is it gone? No, it's not gone. Okay. I'm just gonna block this off. I just don't want it to be in my peripheral vision while I'm tasting these things. Okay, it's gone. It's gone. Okay. So, I was catching up with the chat. Way too good, Kentucky. They got New Orleans glasses there everywhere. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know if I'd want to ship them home though. They seem very fragile. If George T. Stagg was a hot mess, it would be Stagg Jr. Interesting, Joseph, because so my thing is, well, one is William LaRue Weller. I've never had William LaRue Weller. Joseph, to go off of that comment, I actually had, by the way, thank you guys for 11 viewers, what I'm seeing right now. That's awesome. And thank you guys for liking. I see we're up to 6 likes, so really appreciate it. So if you guys are new here, by the way, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,000. I'm at like 1955. So if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. If you're not already. Even if you don't even use YouTube, just hit the subscribe button. It helps my numbers. So, sorry, Joseph, you were saying, so, okay, gotta stick to my train of thought. So I had Stagg Jr. before I had George T. Stagg. I really did like it. I loved it. I tried George T. Stagg, and I didn't really get that much of a difference. Like, okay, again, I hadn't tried a lot of high-end things at that point, okay? That was like my first meetup where I tried a bunch of high-end stuff. I did love George T. Stagg, but Stagg Jr. to me was very, very similar. And I think I do agree with you, though. George T. Stagg is way more balanced, but Stagg Jr., the flavor profile is very, very similar. So $50 versus like 200 to 300 secondary. I mean, you only had 140 subs. Yeah, but so to be fair, my subscribers aren't all from the whiskey videos. I was doing videos on this channel for the past like 3 years. I was doing vlogs, I was doing travel videos, I was doing Apple rants about iPhones. So they're not all whiskey viewers. Honestly, most of my viewers are not from the whiskey reviews. So basically the guys in the chat right now, these are my whiskey viewers. So I don't really have that many. So please don't think like, oh, I'm some big YouTuber with 2,000 subscribers. No, I'm really trying to build up my whiskey subscribers because most people are just carryovers. Also, some of you guys may know my original YouTube channel I had a different channel and I was pretty successful on that one back in like 2007, 2008. So I did song parodies and comedy sketches. So I had like 20,000 subscribers. So this was originally my second channel with that one. So even some of my subscribers today are people that came over when I made the second channel for my old YouTube channel. So don't hold that 2,000 number to me. So just a heads up. I'm not like, obviously not that popular. So I just do it for fun, honestly. Cool. So now that you guys have seen what they are, I'm going to go back through one more time. Whiskey Gang. I like that. I'm going to go back one more time, pick my favorites, and then I'm going to look at the results. So start with number 1. You guys know what this is. I don't. So coming back to the nose, I do get more oak than I got the first time. But I still get a lot of that really sweet vanilla caramel candy note, which is what made me think it was the Belle Meade. But at the same time, after coming from that fourth one, the proof of this is almost as high. It tastes almost as high. It has a lot of tongue tingle. Coming back to this one, my opinion has changed a bit, because originally, first time through, I'll be honest, you don't know if I'm your picture. It depends on the night. You only remember 3, Monica. Okay. No one tell Monica, please. Don't ruin it for me. This originally was my least favorite, but coming back to it, it has a lot of the things that I love about 3 and 4. But it tastes a little toned down compared to those two. So it is really good, though. I wouldn't have picked a bad one up here. I don't think any of these are bad. These are all solid choices. So that's really good. I get a lot more oak on it, so I have a better opinion of it than I did the first time. So let's go to number 2, which is the one that I thought was the Stag Junior. I get a lot more of a nose on this. It's still really subtle compared to the rest. It's oaky. It's like overwhelmingly oaky, which makes me think it's either the Booker's or the Stag Junior. So let's go ahead and taste it. That's tough. 1 and 2. You guys don't remember I'll show you guys one more time. Here, I'll pop out the order. If you don't want to know, look away. If you do want to know, look at this. Okay, so I just tasted 1 and 2. 1 I thought was really sweet and caramely, and I got a lot more note on the second tasting of it. 2 I thought was really oaky, but I did get a lot more depth and a lot more on the nose than I did the first time. So there's those. I'm not gonna look at that screen. I'm gonna move on to the third one. It's weird, like not looking. I'm like going cross-eyed, trying not to look at it. Third one. Oh, that smells really good. Honestly, the nose on 3 and 4 is incredible. The nose on 3 and 4 is the best of the night. Coming back to 3, it doesn't taste as high proof as the others. So now it makes me think either 1 or 3 are the Belle Meade. There's too much oak on that to be the Belle Meade. Belle Meade doesn't have much oak in my experience. I'm pretty sure 3 is Elijah Craig barrel proof. No, wait, sorry. I'm pretty sure 3 is Booker's. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to try number 4, and then I'm going to put them in order of least favorite to least favorite. All right. Awesome. Thank you for popping in. I know it's really late for you. If you want to, I'm going to have this video up later. It'll be up later tonight. If you want to watch the replay of the reveal at the end, definitely check it out, because I think I'll be surprised. So, yeah, thank you so much for stopping in. So, last Christmas, I drank a whole bottle of double oaked over a few days. I may have burned out on it. I have only tried double oaked once, and it was at a tasting event, and I didn't love it, but I would definitely like to revisit it. Which Elijah Craig barrel proof do I have? This is the C918. I also have the B519. C918 has been my favorite so far. That's why I pulled it out for tonight. So let me go on to the final one. Taste it. That's high proof too. By the way, you guys, I see that I have so it says 9 viewers now. It said 12 earlier. That's probably the most I've had on these streams. So I really do appreciate it, you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. And I know a lot of you came over because I sent that message in Perry's group chat. I try not to do that very often because I don't want to feel like I'm promoting myself. But you guys are the ones I want to be here. I want to be here. So if you don't know already, I go live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to set a reminder, or if you click the little bell button on my channel, you'll get a little notification on your phone and your computer saying Clifton McDaniel is live. I recommend that. I do that to a lot of the channels that I do like to see their live streams. I just want to see you guys more. I mean, there's a few that are always here, so I always appreciate seeing you guys. But, you guys are honestly, you are my bourbon family, so I appreciate it. So now's the time to make my vote. So normally on these blind flights, Chad and Sarah, they go through a few more times. I'm going to go through one more time in the order that I think I like them in. I'm going to go opposite. That's probably better, right? So opposite, I'm going to go from what I think is my least favorite to my favorite. That way I can be like, oh yeah, this one's better. Oh yeah, this one's better. So I'm going to start with what I think is my least favorite, which is number 2. Oaky, but just oaky, and that's all I get from it. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's really good, but sorry. All of these high proof whiskeys are getting to me. So I think my last place is number 2. Third place. I'm going back and forth between number 1 and number 4. Let me try number 1 again and number 4 just one more time. Clifford is coming, or Clifford or Clayton is coming. You guys can determine what I am at the end of the night. I agree number 1 is better than number 2, but is number 1 better than number 3? That's fine. Okay, I'm coming out. Okay, you guys got it. I mean, we're halfway through the stream. These are all barrel proofs. It makes sense. So let's go into number 3. This is basically a battle between number 1 and number 3 now. Three is a lot lighter. I'll tell you my favorite. I'm working my way up to figure out the favorite. So, Monica, you say 3? Okay. Is that a spoiler? Is that a spoiler, Monica? Okay. I do like 3, but it lacks a punch. It's really good. Better than number 2. Number 2 is my least favorite for sure. Damn it, Monica. I said don't reveal things. That reveals things to me because you know what my 2 options between these 2 were. Bell Mead or Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Anyways, okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, back to number 1. I'm going to give it one last try. Ian, stop. You're spoiling it. Okay, I got my answer. What was your favorite one before you started the stream? Oh, before I started the stream. Elijah Craig... So it was really close. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was my favorite for the longest time. Bell Mead recently started impressing me. And Booker's I originally dismissed as not being one of my favorites, but I really think it's up there. Stag Jr. was my least favorite before. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was probably my favorite. Bell Mead was second, a close second. And Booker's was third. Stag Jr. was fourth. Personal experience. But I think I have my answer now. My mouth is going numb after all these high proofs. Okay, I've got my third place pick. This sounds like dating. God, I wish I had all these options lined up in front of me. Okay. Anyways, so my least favorite, not that it's bad, it's just my least favorite of the night, is number 2. My second least favorite, which is my third pick, is number 1. Let me make one final judgment. This is what I think of my favorite. I think number 4 is my favorite. Oh, that nose is incredible. That's close, you guys. Number 3 and 4 are really close. I had all those options in Vegas. Vegas is great for straight guys. There are women everywhere. There are strip clubs everywhere. I'll stick to Mexico if I want that kind of craziness. I'll just say that. That's a close one between 3 and 4. I think 3 and 4 are really competing for first place. I would say go 3 if you want a more well-balanced, rounded profile. I would say number 4 if you want oakiness, intense flavors, punches you more than any of these other ones. So, that's so good, though. Ian, you say number 1 is the best. Oh, no, you confused me. The women overdress and the men underdress. I mean, yeah, that's pretty true. there's not very many guys dressed up. Whereas there are girls. I mean, okay, I'm not a woman, but I totally understand. I think Vegas is a perfect place to get all dressed up and get snazzy, like if you're a woman. Not that, even if you're married, even if you're there with your spouse, honestly, Vegas is the perfect place to go all out. And if you want to like have some flashy jewelry, that's the perfect city for it. Dudes wear jeans. Okay, so this last time I was in Vegas, I wore a button-up shirt, but I also wore shorts. It was also 108 and 109 degrees both days I was there, so if that says anything. But then at night, if I went out at night to go see a show or something, I always put on long pants, of course. But yeah, I dressed up a little bit. Basically what I would wear to work, other than the shorts, I wear long pants to long pants to work. So let me make my final judgment between number 3 and 4, and I'll let you guys know my final results. 3 is great on the nose. I almost get like a little pickle in there, like a little dill, which is weird because like I guess that's the rye showing up a little bit. I think there's a little bit more rye in number 3. Monica, we need a Vegas meetup. Fuck yes. I met up with Tammy and Brian in Vegas, and it was so fun to meet them. If you made it to Vegas, that would be such a fun time. So, yes, I am in the house, Joseph, okay? I'm making my decision, okay? Yes, Brandon. Literally, me and Brandon are so close. If you guys ever made a trip out to Vegas, I would absolutely meet you there. I don't care when it is. I will meet you there. Okay, this is number 3. We can carpool, Brandon. 3 is really good. And I'll tell you what I think these are right before I reveal it. Monica, you may have subliminally convinced me. I'll tell you what I think they are. So my number 1 pick, I'm pretty sure is number 3. And I'm pretty sure that's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. My second pick is number 4. I'm pretty sure that's Booker's. I think these are both incredible. I will definitely keep buying both of them. They are both wonderful, wonderful whiskeys. Number 2 was my third favorite. No, sorry. Number 1 was my third favorite. Number 1, I think, is the Belle Meade. And number 2, I think, is the Stag Junior. That's so weird that Stag Junior, I think, is the least. You guys ready for the results? Tell me yes in the chat if you're ready for the results. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep drinking these. I'm gonna be too far gone to even go over the results. So, wait, I think it was reversed, right? No, Monica. Okay, you guys are ready. Okay, let's go over it. Okay, so I said my favorites were 3, 4, 1, and 2. You guys already know the results. I know. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm starting to look at 3. I'm just gonna look at 3. Number 3. That's what I thought. I told you guys. Number 3. Oh wow. Wait, no. That's not what I thought. Monica, you tricked me. Monica, you tricked me. Monica. Number 3 is Booker's. No. Okay, but I was right in thinking that 3 and 4 were similar. Booker's is number 3. Number 4 is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I can't believe you did that, but again, it didn't influence my decision. I really do. I do love them both. You guys saw how hard that was for me. 3 and 4, they are... Honestly, they're about equal. They have different things going for them, but they are both incredible whiskeys. So, I picked Booker's this time, but I bet if you tried me again in a couple months, I might pick Elijah Craig. So, the Booker's, Richie, this is the Kitchen Table 2018-04. This has been my favorite Booker's so far, so. You're with me, Monica. Ooh, scandalous. I thought you liked Elijah Craig Barrel Proof better than anything. No, I mean, I totally get it. I think Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is more consistent. If you know that you want something good, go with this one. If you want to take a gamble, but most likely you're going to win out, I would say Booker's. So Booker's wins it tonight. Electric Crack Barrel Proof is number 2. Let's go to number 3. Let's see what that was. Number 3 is... Oh, no. Number 3 in my order was number 1. Stag Junior. Oh, guys, I fucked this whole thing up. You guys knew all along, right? Like, I like messed it all up. Wow. That's really interesting. I didn't reveal it. Okay. It's really interesting because my third favorite was Stag Junior. I thought my third favorite would be Belle Meade, hands down. Because I really like Belle Meade. I feel sad that Belle Meade got last place. Again, it is the lowest proof of them all. Monica, you're totally right. That's why blinds are best. I would have totally picked this in a different order. I would switch my first and second, and I would switch my third and fourth if I was doing this unblind. So, absolutely, Monica. This is a game changer. Hold on. I'm gonna go through and taste these one more time, knowing what they are. So, okay. I just want you guys to realize this is totally honest. I didn't know what anything was. Monica, you tricked me, but I still liked it. Last in a great flight. That's absolutely true. You know, and that does help me because I really like Belle Meade, but I'm gonna try it one more time. It was my last place. It's good, but it has way more complexity than I think the taste of this one has, but it really lacks depth, and the finish, it's a low proof, honestly. I think that since this is the lowest proof, that's what kind of held it back. Yes, I know, Joseph. Richie, would you buy all those bottles? Yeah, absolutely. Not a single one of these was a bad bottle. I wouldn't have brought these out because my goal tonight was to find my favorite from my favorites. So, if you see any of these on the shelf for a decent price, grab them. And honestly, I'm not that surprised because let's talk about price real quick before the end. Hold on, what was my favorite? Booker's my favorite. Booker's is about 60 to 70. Electric Crack Barrel Proof is about 60 in my area. Booker's... Oh, sorry, wait, I'm confused. I was confused. Electric Crack Barrel Proof, I have my bottles in a different order here, that's why I was confused. Okay. Booker's is about... Honestly, Booker's for the longest time was 50. Booker's is 50 to 60. That was my favorite. Electric Crack Barrel Proof has been 60 for a long time. Stag Junior and Belle Meade were about 50. So, it makes sense. They were the Cliffy. You know what's funny? Monica, I like that one. You know why? I had a friend growing up, an online friend, who would call me Cliffy. And I always thought it was like, oh, that's such a terrible name. Please don't call me Cliffy. But now that I'm drunk, Cliffy. We'll go with Cliffy. I will go with that one. So, I'm gone, but... No, this is really important to me, so I'm glad that I didn't rule this one out, but I found something that's just as good. So the Booker's is just as good, so we'll go with Cliffy. Yeah, like I said. Yeah, thank you guys so much for making it through this with me. I know it's been a struggle for you guys dealing with my drunk ass, but yeah. What do you guys think? Okay, so I want to know what your thoughts on the results are. Do you guys think that it was expected? Do you guys think it was a surprise? And do you agree with them? Let me know. We'll take this last 10 minutes to kind of go over what your thoughts are on the results. It makes being at work fun. I am not at work. Thank God. No, I save all... How about Clifton? I'm not going to say that out loud, Joseph. I was like, I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna say that. I'm sorry. This is a PG-13 YouTube channel. I could have put a little warning that popped up for you guys and said, you must be 18 or older to watch this stream, but I didn't. So Joseph, I won't say that. Monica, you expect... It's not a struggle and you're doing great. Thank you, Richie. Monica, you expected the results. You surprised me. I thought you were telling me that number 3 was Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That didn't convince me. I thought number 3 was better than number 4, and number 3 was Booker's, and number 4 was Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Very, very close, and I will buy both of them any day of the week. But I think this particular release of Booker's beat it out. Ian says, I'm currently sewing and watching your show. Sewing or working? If you're, but maybe you sew. Don't you do something? I don't know. I don't even know what you do, Ian. Honestly, but thank you for watching, though. I do appreciate it, especially for those of you that are staying up late or watching at work. I do appreciate it. I really do. Joseph, you also love Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and Booker's. So there. Yeah, I mean, I just missed Booker's for the longest time. So I think my next test, next time, maybe not next live stream, but eventually, I would love to do Booker's versus a variety of Knob Creek single barrel picks. What do you guys think? Would you enjoy a live stream of me doing Knob Creek single barrel picks and then mixing in a Booker somewhere in there? I think that would be pretty cool. Because I think I'm going to pick out some Knob Creek picks over Booker's, personally. We'll see. But if you guys think that'll be fun, tell me yes right now. If not, don't be offended. I'm okay. If that's not fun, I won't do it. Okay, Ian, both. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, that's totally good. Sorry, when you said sewing, I'm like, you're like, oh, I'm sewing a blanket for my granddaughter. I'm sorry, that's offensive. I just got confused with the sewing thing, but that's awesome, man. Yes, and yes. Monica, yes. So I got lucky. I think my next live stream, I might work that in. I have 2 Knob Creek picks. They are both from the same store. They are both distilled and bottled at the exact same date. Yet, apparently, they are so different. So I have 2 barrels that are side by side, right in the rick house. But apparently they're really different. I haven't tried one of them. I think I will. Brandon, I got one for me too. Don't worry. I think my next stream is what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to have 2 I call them sister barrels. Barrels side by side, but that are slightly different. I think I'm going to do 2 sister barrels of Knob Creek and 2 sister barrels of Elijah Craig. Just a single barrel, not the cask strength or anything. I would love to see what a difference really, basically just the oak. It's honestly just the oak at that point. I would love to see how they compare side by side. So I think that's going to be my next stream. I'm not entirely sure. But I might add a Booker's in that lineup just to compare. So Knob Creek 25th anniversary. Knob Creek 25th, I've said this before, I think Knob Creek 25th is the perfect iteration of Knob Creek single barrels. I love my Knob Creek 25th. I save it for special occasions. Is it worth the price if you buy just one? Absolutely. Have it as a special occasion bottle. I wouldn't continuously buy it over and over and over and again, because there are so many other Knob Creek picks that are just as good. But no, Knob Creek 25th is really, really good. So I do like 14 and 50-year-olds, only in the bourbon industry. Brandon knows in front of me. I'm just catching up with the chat. Okay, yeah. So, what have you guys learned tonight? My 2 that I was hoping to make it very obvious that which one I preferred. That's a lie. You guys heard my thoughts for the first and second place were Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and Belle Meade. It was obviously Booker's and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. So I do like Belle Meade. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my favorite of the night. It was obviously not my favorite of the night. So yeah, I just want to say favorite whiskey of the year going to October. Wait, what's your favorite? What's your favorite whiskey of the year going to October? I need to know this before I leave. Brandon, you said, do your Bookers almost seem to taste and smell flat after being open for a few months? Honestly, okay, which was my Bookers? I still have some pours left. Bookers was number 3. I have my results here. Well, I'm going to taste it real quick and answer that question for you, Brandon. Bookers was number 3. Thank you, Joseph. I don't think so. This bottle's only been open. This bottle's been open for like 2 to 3 months or more. I don't think it goes flat, not at all. I mean, then again, look, I have more than half left. I think it really does depend how much you have left, because none of these are really low. But I will show you an example. But I think if it's like below, like if it was up to like there, it'll go flat. Yeah, I haven't personally experienced that, but it's really all about how much is left in the bottle before you like if you only have a little bit left, it's gonna go flat way quicker. So oh, that Booker's is so good. I see why I picked it. It's so good. If you guys happen to see this one, the Booker's 2018-04 kitchen table, pick it up. Hey, Bourbon Buddies, you caught the end of the stream. Do you want? I mean, you obviously know the results. The results was Booker's 1 out, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof number 2, Stag Junior number 3, and Bellmead Cask number 4. So, sorry for the spoilers, but no, these are all great. If you guys see any of these, definitely pick them up. I think that about does it for my stream tonight. You guys. Oh, Richie, you just clarify. What's my favorite whiskey of the year going into October? That's tough. You know, I'll say this. I really do like Michter's Barrel Strength Rye. I've never had their Barrel Strength Bourbon. Michter's Barrel Strength Rye as a whiskey in itself has been one of my absolute favorites. It's not a bourbon. It has a lot of really rye heavy notes. So if you don't like rye, you may not like that one. Honestly, I think Michter's Barrel Strength Rye has been my favorite so far this year. I know it probably came out last year, but whatever. Oh, thank you, Bourbon Buddies. You said you're totally rewatching it. Yeah, even if you know the results, watch through my progression, because I was totally shocked by number 1, number 2, and number 3 and number 4. So definitely worth watching, and I love watching these blind tastings because it gets rid of all of the bias that you think you have. Honestly, I thought Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was going to win out. It didn't, so you'll see if you watch the replay. So awesome. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming in. This is probably a record for the most viewers in one night. It really does mean a lot to me. Most of you guys I talk to every day on the group chat with Perry. But for the rest of you guys, even if I don't, seeing you guys here really means a lot to me. So I agree. Blind completely changed how I perceive these bourbons. So yeah, I recommend doing a blind tasting. Even if you think you know what's your favorite, do it blind and you may be surprised. So alright, you guys, I plan to put up another video tomorrow. If you're not subscribed, I would love if you could subscribe to the channel. Most of you are, but if you're not, it does mean a lot to me. I will put a playlist at the end of this stream if you're watching the replay. You can see my other videos. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great night, and I'm here to help you drink good bourbon. All these are great bourbons, so you are in good hands. Alright, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.